garden friends? Up here on the second floor, looking over this garden right here, I like to call the part shade hydrangea garden. It needs some work, and it's that time of year where I go through the borders and I define the edges. I go ahead and sharpen my edges of the borders, and maybe you can see or maybe you can't see. Let me zoom in without dropping my phone. Right there, I've started to lay some dark gray Belgian blocks. They're about 3 to 4 pounds each. They're pretty hefty. Those are going to be laid in a serpentine pattern following the boxwood hedge that you see. Got roughly 10 boxwood that are basically framing this bed. The main showpiece is obviously that Thuya arborvitae, and alongside that arb is a Diablo 9 bark. Great color contrast. And I've got 2 Alice oak leaf hydrangeas. In a few years, those will be roughly 6 to 6.5 feet tall and wide. So that'll provide a very nice mounding structure in the back with cone-like flowers, cone-like white flowers. So basically I'm gonna run through here today, and in addition to doing that border, as you can see, I got bags of mulch just laying around, and they've been laying there for the past, embarrassed to say, probably the past 4 months. It's a shame. That's just how it is in gardening sometimes. Some things just get put on the back burner. So anyhow, I'm gonna go in here, do a blitz weeding, finish out, sharpen out that front border, lay the border blocks down, apply mulch in certain areas, and perhaps some compost in plants that need it, mostly the hydrangeas. All right, guys. All right, garden friends, so in this part shade hydrangea garden that I'm working on now, I went ahead and just kind of cleaned out, it's not sharp, but just cleaned out any obstructions at the border's edge using this half moon edger. Okay. It's proven to be a real task because, like with every job, I've got tons of roots to deal with. So with that being said, I'm trying to contemplate whether I want to use a mortar mix to lay these Belgian blocks. They're pretty heavy. They're pretty hefty. This one's roughly, I don't know, 7 inches long, 2.5 to 3 inches thick, and roughly 4 inches wide. So I think they're heavy enough to just kind of lay down without the mortar. Of course, I'll have to put some sand or some kind of a underlayment, or I can lay them like this, kind of on their side, slanted like that along the whole border, and that should keep them in place, and that'll save me a lot of work with the mortar. So we'll see. All right, so it's the following morning, and of course it looks like an epic mess, but as you can tell, I've sharpened the border, and it's actually been bumped out a little bit, and I guess over the past few years, every time I sharpen the border, I tend to bump it out ever so slightly. Got the mulch standing by. Right here are the Belgian blocks that I plan on using to line the border. And I decided to go ahead and dry lay them There's the cardboard box that I plan on using for sheet mulching along that border, because even though I've flicked dirt over the edge as I sharpen the border, there's still, you know, grass and weeds and such. But I got a nice serpentine flow going here that kind of mirrors or echoes the 10 boxwood that I have bordering this bed. So yeah, nothing beats a sharp edge. And that area over there is directly underneath these trees, so I've encountered a lot of roots, so the border isn't as sharp over there. So right here underneath these two trees, okay, as you can see, the root flares right here. It's really preventing a sharp enough edge. You know, some areas I took advantage and went a little extra, but yeah, this whole area is full of roots. But yeah, this edge has been laid. All right, laid. Edges have been laid. I don't know where I got that term from, but there's the Belgian blocks, and so shortly I'm gonna come back and get busy.
I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you, baby. Don't go, don't go. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah.